Hey guys, during the school year, many of you asked if we were going to hatch chicks this year, and I know that you're really looking forward to it. Well, even though the school year hasn't gone according to plan, I want to make good on my promise. Also, Lula tends to go broody in the spring. And broody is when a hen feels like she needs to hatch eggs. What happens is as the day gets longer and warmer in the spring, the hen's pituitary gland releases a hormone called prolactin. And that hormone tells the chicken that it's time to hatch chicks. She gathers a group of eggs, which, since hens lay one egg each day, sometimes they steal eggs from other chickens. When she finally has a clutch, however many she thinks that she needs to hatch, she sits on them and sits and sits and sits. Now, it only takes 3 weeks to hatch eggs, but when a chicken is broody, she's not coming off of those eggs until she has some chickens, especially old stubborn Lula. So when she's broody, she only comes out of the nesting box once or twice a day to use the restroom, eat a little, and get some water. Sometimes she even plucks her own feathers out to add to the nest to help make sure that they're warm. Well, I don't have a rooster, so the eggs that my chickens lay are not fertile, and that means no matter how long stubborn Lula sits on them, they are never going to hatch. Now, she is super stubborn, and last year she sat in the box for 6 weeks until it got to be dangerous for her. She was overheated and dehydrated in the summer. What I ended up doing was waiting until nightfall. Then I tucked a baby chick under her. When she woke up, she was thrilled and finally came out of the nesting box and was a pretty good mama. So it's only a matter of time before she goes broody again, and baby chicks are in short supply right now. Since everybody's home, everybody has decided that they want to have baby chickens at home to get those delicious eggs. So these kind of brownish colored or cream colored eggs, those are from a buff Orpington chicken. Then these kind of bluish tinted eggs, those are from Araucana chickens. And a very nice lady from, don't laugh, the Cherokee County Chicken Facebook group, she gave us these fertilized eggs. And so we can go ahead and hatch them or incubate them. And then when Lula goes broody, most likely in the next couple weeks, these chicks will be here. We can slide it up under her, and then she'll be happy again and come out of her box. When we incubate eggs, there are three things that we have to be super careful with. One is the temperature. The perfect temperature is 100 degrees. Two is the humidity, which is how much water is in the air, and it has to be about 50% for the first 18 days of the hatching. And then finally, the eggs have to be turned a little bit each day. And because in the nest, the chicken kind of moves them around when she comes in and out and is maneuvering around. So if the eggs aren't turned, then you risk the possibility of the embryo attaching to the inside membrane of the chicken egg. And if the humidity and the temperature are not steady, you risk either the embryo not developing at all, or the chicken could be hatched but deformed and have other kind of defects, which would make it hard for chickens to survive like that. So I have a handy little incubator here, and this is a small incubator. It's a mini, and it will hold 7 eggs in it, which is why my friend gave us 7 eggs. This is a computerized one. It will hold the temperature. It tells you how many days until hatch. It tells you what the humidity is, and it also has a built-in thermostat and heater to keep the temperature steady. So we'll talk more about this in a little bit. But first, I want to show you how we candle the eggs. All right, so I'm in my kid's bathroom right now because this is the only room on the main floor that doesn't have a window in it. And I want to show you how we candle chicken eggs. So I have just a regular flashlight, but this one has a fairly intense beam. Eggshells are porous, which means that they have tiny little holes in them. So if I have oil and dirt on my hands, that will plug the shell, and it can make it so that it has a hard time getting the oxygen and the water that it needs. So I made sure that I washed my hands very carefully. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on the light, and I'm going to hold the top of the flashlight here and just make like a little cup with my hand. Hey guys, I'm back in my kids' bathroom ready to show you guys how to candle our eggs. So we are looking at 13 days left on the incubator, which is plenty of time for our eggs to have started to show development. Okay, see right here, that moving black spot right there? That is most likely the eyeball of the developing chick. So we have one that's good there. So this one has a baby chick inside. That's exciting. We're gonna leave this one in there. This one's hard to tell. See, again, we have that line. Something is happening in here. So we'll candle them in about a week. Until next week, I will see you guys soon. Bye. Hey guys, it is 6 days until hatch day, and I'm back in the bathroom again to do one last candling of the eggs. But for today, I want to show you guys the progress from last time. See how there's all this white, this clear space here? That means that most likely the chicken has stopped developing, and that's why you can see this line right here, is that at some point it was developing and now it's not. And so this egg is probably not going to hatch. This one looks good. Oh, I wish y'all could see it. See this little pocket down here at the bottom? That's the air pocket, and that's actually a really good sign. Um, so this one looks like we're good. This is one of our cream or Americana eggs. These eggs are mostly in good condition. We have a couple that are a little bit sketchy that I'm not sure about, but by counting 1, 2, 3, it looks like we may have four or five hatch. Bad news for me because Lula hasn't gone broody yet. I think it's because we've had an unseasonably cool spring. So it looks like I may be raising these babies myself rather than giving them to Lula. Your assignment this week is going to be to come up with a nest for a bird. Now, I'm going to be working on the chicken nest just in case Lula doesn't go broody between now and then, although it does happen overnight, so it could happen if we start getting some warmer days. But I want you guys to choose bird, whether it's a chicken or a hummingbird or a robin or a blue jay, whatever bird you're interested in, choose a bird, and I want you to design and hopefully build a nest. If you can't build it, that's okay. Send me a picture of your designs. I would love to see them, so you can email them to me or drop them in a message on Class Dojo. I can't believe that we are going to have baby chicks in just a few more days. I'm so excited. I will see you guys soon. I miss you tons and tons.